Sure. I saw a program on television that showed some people clubbing another human on the head with a billy club in Wall Street, and I wondered if I was having flashbacks from the 70s or whatever, and I thought that something was really wrong with the world if that sort of stuff was still going on. So here I am on the street corner because something needs to happen. You know, we're all starving, houses are being foreclosed on, and I don't think anyone's making a living right now.
So you said that you were a Hare Krishna. How does this fit with your belief system?
Well, we all have to take care of each other, and it's also been straining our system too because we feed people for free, and when we can't get the donations we need to buy the food to feed the people, we can't give the food away. So it impacts everyone in our system, all the way down the whole chain. You know, even the rich people, if you want to call them that I know the wealthier people are suffering right now and having to do whatever they can do to keep their houses that they thought they were going to get wealthy with, and the bottom fell out. So here we are on the corners trying to change America and the world, I hope.
So when the Occupy Wall Street thing started, I had a lot of doubts, but as it grows and as it spreads to places like Tucson, I'm starting to warm to the idea. But I definitely think, you know, this is probably part of the answer, at least. Probably the realistic thing we can look for is that maybe stuff like this is going to energize or provide backing to the more progressive politicians who are out there and enable them to like actually stand up for some things that are right and good instead of just kind of giving in to the right wing like they have been for the last few years.
I am Krissa. I am here. I'm a boomer and a hippie from the 60s. I believe we had exactly the same values. Values to end corruption in the government. Values to end exploitation all around the world. Values for people to share and care for each other. These values is what I see in Occupy Wall Street. So I'm here to uphold that movement, be part of that movement.
Yeah, we're asking for donations to try to support the cause and get the message out there more. We really want word spread that people want change, and this is one part of many people's efforts to try to make something happen. So I'm here because I believe that America needs change, and we hide behind this facade that we're the great world saviors, and I think there's a reality, and that people know it, that we're actually huge oppressors in the world. Having lived in other countries, in Nicaragua, where people were really strongly opposed to the United States role in wars there, and of having people in campesino communities tell me, we don't need you to build our houses, we need you to stop screwing us over with your economic policy. I think the awareness is there. It's in El Pueblo, it's in the people, and it's here in the park, it's here in South Tucson. It's here both in the people who are at Occupy Tucson, and also so many who are not here at Occupy Tucson today. But I think this is one small part of making that change happen. So I'm glad that something's happening, and glad to be able to be a part of that in helping to amplify the message with custom screen printed t-shirts and buttons and stickers, and just ways of getting the message out beyond the park into people's homes and wherever people go. Having a button on, something to start a conversation of what does it mean you have a We Are 99% on? What does it mean? What is this Occupy Tucson? And to be a conversation starter.
You've grown so much since I've seen you last.
My parents are big supporters of it, and I just like going on myself to, it'll help people notice everybody over here.
I'm happy to see that Tucson is going to be part of a national and international movement against basically the bailing out of large financial interests and the very rich at the expense of ordinary people, many of whom have lost their homes or lost their jobs. And that there's increasingly a national and international movement against the extraordinary concentration of wealth that's taken place over the past 30 years. And we're very happy to support that.
I'm a CPA. I worked in high tech and manufacturing. I audited banks. I worked at the Securities and Exchange Commission in Washington, D.C. And it just is amazing. Corporations buy Congress. I saw it at the SEC. I saw it in my public accounting days. I worked for the largest public accounting firm in the world. And they're all bought and paid for. It's just that simple. And I used to be one of the people that would book the entries to cook the books. And the auditors just thought it was perfectly fine. So they lie, they cheat, they steal. Anyone that doesn't believe me, go to www.sec.gov litigation. And I will tell you, you will find hundreds of corporations that have just cheated and lied and stolen money. And they do it every day. Rich people don't pay taxes. I've been rich and I've been poor. And I paid more taxes when I was poor than I ever did being rich. And I really think it's time to stop. We're losing our country. Corporations have been offshoring jobs. They did it in high tech since the 80s. Intel, Apple, you name it. Nike, you name it. They had huge gross margins. They didn't need anyone to go offshore to manufacture. Their profit margins were anywhere from 65% to 85% with the current people they had. So what's the deal? The deal is the executive officers want the money.
I'm here because I do feel that it is wrong that we, the people who are really struggling and trying to make a difference in the world, are the ones who are being taxed the most. I find it very wrong that the people who have the money, who have the ability to pay for their taxes, are sliding by paying hardly anything. And I personally feel that is wrong.
What does your sign say?
A system flawed cannot prevail.
In 26 years I've been alive, I started to think that my country didn't have a voice. I have had my faith in my country restored. Now I am a much, much happier person. We have a lot of work ahead of us. I can see that our government's corrupt from the top to the bottom. And all we can really do is completely dismantle it and remove all the corrupt figureheads and try to put some real people back into it and try to get some real democracy back out of it. I hope we're successful because this is all we got. It's our last chance. Long live America.
I'm here because for the last few years we've been hearing the Tea Party people saying that they're representing the people and speaking for the people, and they are in error. They are not speaking for me. They are not speaking for the people here. They're not speaking for the people in New York City. They are not speaking for the poor. They are not speaking for the disenfranchised. They are speaking for the corporations, the elitists, and the ones who have been duped by the corporate media propaganda. And I think it's time that the actual people got a chance to speak.
I'm here to support the movement of Occupy Wall Street, Occupy Tucson, where the people are speaking up. So I think what is being said is needing to be heard.
Occupy Tucson! Occupy Tucson!